So here's the outside, and what we have here is it's a water coming from a rainwater catchment from this building here, and this is the solar power um, collectors all up along the building there. This is all solar panels and all over the top. So the whole container will be solar power run, and the water is coming from this underground reservoir right here, and there's a pump underneath here that we placed under here just for temporary, and there's our water pump that pumps it out of the reservoir underneath the ground. And then we'll get started over here. We're going to come around to, this is a 10-foot. Here's all the lights. These are LED lights, 7 of them going in here. Here's all the material that's going to go in. Now what I have here is the racks put in. We have 7 growing shelves. It's like here's one, there's another one up here, and they all have about 1 meter growing height. Some of the lights have already been mounted on the top. As you can see, those are the LED lights. They're 1 meter long. Then we have a climate control there. That's the electrical panel. And down here on the front corner, you see that's the intake. That's the fresh air intake. Then on this side, it's the exhaust vent. On, or every hour for a half hour it'll kick on and bring fresh air in. All right, as you can see now, I'm going to have to build these tables into drip systems. So all these tables will get my drip systems put on, and then if you had watched the video from time before, that goes over the build of the table. I'll go over it with you real quick here. Here's the controllers for the ventilation and the air conditioning. There we have 7 flood tables in here, drip tables. And down here is a reservoir that has a pump that comes up here and then to the drip hoses, and then drips into these tomato plants. Here's one with some salad and kohlrabi back here in the back, and this is grown on cocoa slabs. Right now we're 23 degrees, 50% humidity. It pretty much stays between 23 and 22 degrees and at 50% humidity. And here, over here on this one, we have some chilies and some Swiss chard and peppers. Down here are some fennel, blue amaranth. Here's another one over here. That's the reservoir. It also has a pump in there and a little bubbler. You can see bubbling away. It just shut off the water. So there we have the control for the pumps, the lights. We have air pump, everything like that. Everything, you have a drain that comes down here, and this drains back into the reservoir. It actually drains right down there on the table and dumps into the table, and then it goes down the drain into the reservoir. That's one way to do it. There's a lot of work. Took me about 15 hours to put it all together and assemble everything. Once I had everything in place, all the electronics and everything are, here's the boxes for the LED lights here. Down in there is a little air pump. You can see it hanging down there. I hang the air pumps because they make too much noise if they sit there and rattle on the floor.
And then you have all the electrical and air pumps and everything hanging in there. So as you can see, there's nothing on the floor.
Okay, this is day 10. Cucumbers are starting to grow. There's one right there. The turnips are looking good. As you can see, they're growing pretty good. The eggplant looks really good. We got some flowers coming there. They're already starting to produce little tomatoes. Don't know if you can see those in there, but they're starting to produce. And those again were planted the 30th of March of this year, and now today is the 19th of May. So kohlrabis are growing really good. Salad looks good, healthy. More turnips are looking really good. There's a nice big size one right there. A little leaf broke off. Yeah, beets are looking really good. Fennel is also looking good. Peppers are starting to come here. There's a couple on that plant there. And these were planted on the 20th of March. And today is the 19th of May. Hi, this is Gary from Swiss Indoor Gardens. So we're finished with the container project now. And so what we're trying to do now is just, I've let it go for a couple days by itself. Everything worked out perfectly well. I'd say overall everything's looking pretty good. I can't complain.